Focuses on the film noir genre. The two titles are Pulp Fiction and La Femme Nikita, and the chosen topic is how both exemplify the film noir genre. In this video presentation, I will be analyzing the two movies, Pulp Fiction and La Femme Nikita. Furthermore, I will be looking at how each uniquely exemplify a more modern version of the film noir genre. Before we get started, we must first understand what film noir is and the various aspects of the genre. Film noir is described as a style of filmmaking characterized by such elements as cynical heroes, stark lighting effects, frequent use of flashbacks, intricate plots, and an underlying existentialist philosophy. This style of filmmaking was found most commonly in the post-World War II era United States. However, directors Quentin Tarantino with Pulp Fiction and Luc Besson with La Femme Nikita put their own modern twists on this outdated genre. The first major staple of the film noir genre is an anti-hero protagonist. The meaning of an anti-hero protagonist is that the character lacks the attributes of a conventional hero like Superman or the Flash. While they ultimately act nobly, their actions are not always for the right reasons, however the audience views them as a hero. In the movie Pulp Fiction, Butch fills this anti-hero protagonist role. Butch is a boxer preparing for the fight of a lifetime that will hopefully send him into early retirement. Before the fight, Marcellus Wallace speaks with Butch, explaining that the opponent Butch will be facing is a friend of Marcellus. He offers Butch money to intentionally lose the fight so he can see his friend victorious. Butch accepts the cash, promising Marcellus that he will go down without a fight. After the fight, Butch flees from the ring and jumps out of a window into a cab awaiting him. Though the audience doesn't see any actual fighting, it is understood from the radio within the cab that Butch did not go down without a fight and has actually knocked his opponent out, killing him. The camera captures an angry Marcellus, thirsty for revenge. Not only did Butch embarrass his opponent, Marcellus's friend, he humiliated him, killed him, and has run off with the money that Marcellus entrusted to him. We see a more evil side of Butch when he becomes infuriated by his significant other leaving his watch at their old apartment, usual of an anti-hero. Later in the film, when Marcellus finally catches up to Butch, the two are fighting when they stumble into a man's shop who knocks them both unconscious. When they awake, they are greeted by two racist white men who intend to rape both Marcellus and Butch. While Marcellus is being raped, Butch escapes and has the opportunity to leave Marcellus with these men. He, however, decides to go back and kill the men to save Marcellus from them. Marcellus then acknowledges the fact that Butch and him are even and forgets their problems. Butch then goes home to his significant other and both set sail for Tennessee. While Butch is evil in the fact that he broke his promise, killed the boxer, his attacker, and the men who tried to rape him, he is ultimately a hero for his sympathy to Marcellus, who is trying to kill him, and rides off into the sunset headed for Tennessee. Just as Butch is the anti-hero in the movie Pulp Fiction, so is Nikita in Luc Besson's movie. During the opening scenes of the film, Nikita is seen rolling with the wrong crowd. The crowd she is with are robbing people when the cops show up. She kills a cop and is jailed, giving us a sense of her evil side. After she is transformed from a hoodlum into a secret agent, sympathy is built for her from her interactions with her new fiancé, Marco. As a secret agent, she kills ruthless people under strict orders from the government, but it is for a good cause, making her seem like a hero to the audience at the end of the film. The second major staple of the film noir genre is the inclusion of the femme fatale archetype. A femme fatale character is traditionally a seductive female character who lures the protagonist into danger. The term femme fatale even translates to fatal woman in English. While this archetype is usually not the protagonist, Luc Besson puts an unusual twist and sort of creates this archetype for his protagonist, Nikita. As she falls more in love with Marco, who is unaware of her identity, he becomes closer and closer to danger when she is forced to assassinate a woman with him in the other room. She also lures in the character Bob, her mentor who helped her achieve her status as an agent. As he falls more and more in love with her, he trusts her more and begins giving her more missions. This and his love for her could potentially compromise his ability to work as a secret agent, drawing him closer and closer to danger. This archetype can be found in Pulp Fiction also. Vincent Vega promises to look after Mia Wallace, Marcellus Wallace's wife, for a night. The two go out to dinner and have fun dancing. Upon their arrival back home, things turn more intimate. As Vincent leaves the restroom, he finds Mia Wallace overdosed. He would be killed if Marcellus knew. Because of this, she fits the role of a femme fatale and draws Vincent closer to danger. The third staple of film noir is a very high contrast mise-en-scène. One of the moments where this staple is most highlighted in Pulp Fiction is the point where Vincent and Jules are carrying out business for Marcellus. They enter the home of three young men to collect something they had been withholding from Marcellus. At the climax of the scene, both Vincent and Jules are dressed in all black suits standing against a light background. This creates the sense of a very high contrast mise-en-scène throughout the whole scene and adds to the fact that this film exemplifies a modern film noir movie. Likewise, there are many examples of this in La Femme Nikita. When Nikita first wakes up after what she thought was her execution, she is in a very bright white room. She thinks it is heaven. Similar to Pulp Fiction, a man wearing an all-black suit enters the room and sits down at a table in front of her. This, like the example from Pulp Fiction, can create a great sense of high contrast mise-en-scène and adds to the modern film noir genre of the movie. The last staple of the film noir genre is a taut, no-nonsense dialogue. Here are a few examples from the movie Pulp Fiction.
You giving a lot of them?
Shit, yeah. Got my technique down and everything. I don't be tickling or nothing.
Would you give a guy a foot massage?
Fuck you. And furious anger, those who attempt to poison and destroy my brothers. And you will know my name is the Lord when I lay my vengeance.
You looking at something, friend? Gave my friend Pluka. What's that? I think you heard me just fine, Punchy.
Some Vegas in the house?
Now, some examples from La Femme Nikita.
Tu dis ça que tu irais avoir?
Jamais sur du carton.
Pourriez-vous me donner une définition de la grâce?
Je vais dire une connerie.
Ben, souriez, ce sera toujours un bon début. Il faut toujours sourire quand on ne sait pas. Cela ne vous rend pas plus intelligente, mais c'est plus agréable pour ceux qui vous regardent.
These are my sources.